Go.
On the
On the
13th
13th
day
day
of
of
Dubsmas,
Dubsmas,
YouTube
YouTube
gave
gave
to
to
me
me
13
13
endless
endless
delays,
delays,
12
12
treasure
treasures,
treasures,
11
11 monster
monster
catch,
catch,
10
10
ski blade
keyblade
wielders,
wielders,
9
9
party
party
horses,
horses,
8
8
siblings
sibling
putting,
pudding,
7
7
hearts
hearts
of
of
steel,
steel,
6
6
forklifts
forklifts
crashing,
crashing, 5
5
southern
southern
wise,
wise, 4
4
pokey
Pokey
chapters,
Chapters,
3
3
Danganronpas,
Danganronpas, 2
2
course
course parties,
parties,
and
and
Annie
Andy
and
and
Lily
Lily
in
in
a
a tree.
tree.
Bam. You guys thought there's only 12 days of Christmas? Well, you're right.
There's
But there's 25 days of Dubsmas.
frig yeah, guys.
So this is the halfway point. This will probably be the shortest video in the series, but hey, you just got 12 videos in a row. You're going to get 12
hmm
more after this. So
And everyone loves the progress reports.
that's right. They love our Andy Lele vids. They love the progress reports. So here we go. This one says, looking back, how the game came to be. It's just, you see, one day the author suddenly had feelings for their siblings.
Oh my God.
I don't know how this is gonna go. We haven't looked at this yet, so we're both first. This is our first reaction to it. So here we go. Looking back, a happy Andy Lele,
Let's
perfect for
go.
the Christmas season.
Yeah, it's a perfect little thumbnail.
Heck yeah, we can add that into the corner of our Christmas thumbnail that I've been using. Our universal Christmas thumbnail.
Hell yeah. So people know it's Dubsmas.
Exactly. So you guys know it's Dubsmas. We're at the halfway point, which is it's I would say it's reassuring that we're this far, but now like dang, it's halfway over. But
But just think, we have to record
the other
12 more videos.
we had the other half to record before Christmas. So so it works out. Well, looking back, how the game came to be, Andrew goes happy laughing with Ashley.
Teehee.
Who'd have thought? Who'd have seen the
Especially
day?
in freaking Decay Route.
Exactly. But what we learned last time was Decay is apparently he's gonna fuck her, he's gonna kill her, and he's gonna go get therapy. So I
I
don't.
did not remember that.
Yeah. Do you do? Okay, wait. No, that's the whole thing for our Bluey video. If you remember this one right here. As much as I love a good murder suicide, maybe we should look within and to figure out why we treat each other so horribly.
Or maybe you should fuck me.
Or maybe I should fuck you. Do all three in the moral decay of Andrew Graves. So,
Well, that's more like the moral decay of Andrew Graves, not Coffin of Andy and Lele.
but it's the decay route.
No.
This is for decay route. That's the first
Yeah,
one
but
coming
I think
out.
it's just like a little joke because it's
Oh,
like a
just
fake
available
game
never.
because it's
Oh.
it's just like his sanity.
Oh. See, I thought this was the teaser for. They're saying what's going to happen. But I guess it could just be a joke and none of those are going to happen.
Yeah, I mean Ashley's never eaten a Pop Tart before.
She's never eaten it sideways. And yet, I don't know. I'm thinking this is decay route. I'm
I
hoping
think you
it
might be
is.
wrong. We'll see.
Because then it's like, what's left for burial if they do all that?
Right? Oh, new
Oh,
art.
the lighthouse.
What about you? Are you happy? You better be.
So they're just chilling in the little lighthouse. Got a little place to hang out.
Finally got to the top of it. Good job, guys.
But it has the demon flowers.
It's
So
because
is
they're in
this
the
in the
demon
demon
world.
realm? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
And Andy can actually be here this time. He's not just like a ghost.
Which is weird because in the decay route, he didn't go with her. It's the
No.
burial route where he holds hands with her.
hmm
So that's weird. I'm getting all confused. these things are just confusing me more and more. Holy cow. Lots of things. Dun 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 dun. Do you want to read it?
We'd probably switch off paragraph to paragraph.
Sounds like a plan.
Actually, I'll start because it's shorter. Author commentary. This year comes to a close, making this a fitting moment to reflect back on how this game's development got started in the first place.
For a few years before the Coffin of Andy and Lele, I'd been dabbling in making visual novels as a hobby by entering visual novel jams. These were month-long jams with no specific goals other than to create a visual novel from start to finish. I entered maybe once a year for 4 years. I don't remember, and you don't care. My point here is that was enough, so that I noticed a pattern.
If a jam allowed additional gameplay in the visual novel, the entries utilizing it were often among the most played ones. Huh, I thought little old me, and schemed a wicked scheme. The next jam that came around, and I had time to enter, was Nano Reno, and the time had come to test my hypothesis.
I only had a month, so I knew from the start the story had to be a bottle episode, as in the whole story must be contained within one location to save time and limit how much art I needed to make.
So, who were the characters? Why were they there? And why wouldn't they switch locations? The easiest answer was the classic. They're locked in and must escape, which is a story everyone and their dog has written at some point. Whatever, it's just game jam, I thought, and carried on.
Then came the characters. At first, Ashley was going to be a silent protagonist named Player. Yeah, you read that right. I wanted to toy with the idea that players tend to do the most unhinged things when allowed. So there'd be the player, and one support character whose sole purpose was to spout exposition and react to the player doing player things. Oh, the humor that would ensue.
There was one small remnant of this idea in the game. It's at the very beginning when the player wakes Andrew up. He explains something, and player responds with an emoji bubble thing. And Andrew then says, "Quit your complaining," despite the fact that Ashley really hadn't complained out loud. Now, imagine if the entire game was like this. It would have sucked so bad. I dropped the concept pretty much right away.
The original concept is also why the narrator addresses you, the player, instead of being in pure third person or first person point of view. I did enjoy this Game Master type format though, so even after making Ashley an actual character, I kept it.
We didn't.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we like the first person because we're role playing it. Sorry. Cry about
Sorry,
it.
cry about it.
Yeah.
Since Ashley was now a character, she needed to have a story. Cue the whole childhood incident, again, generic, but whatever, it's a game jam. This also elevated Andrew to character status rather than a mere exposition spouter. Great! Now I knew who they were and had a story to tell other than an unhinged room escape, which is a game I'd still want to play as long as it isn't made by me.
Whoa. That must be their original sketches.
Their little... Yeah, I did get spoiled for this because one of my mutuals posted it on their Instagram. So I was like,
Interesting.
But I didn't check if it was from this or they just drew it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But now I do.
Nice. So Ashley looks pretty much the same. And Andrew's pretty much the same too. I feel
his face is a little weird.
Yeah, his face got changed a bit, but I feel like
Ashley's legs are really weird.
To like I draw legs, kinda. This is the first ever sketch I made of the two. Almost final design straight out of the bag.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This was me still figuring out the UI. I don't remember what the idea behind having names off to the side, but thankfully I decided against it.
That's actually really useful for fan dubbing when you don't have when you don't have character sprites. So if you're like in School Days, I never thought about that until we started fan dubbing stuff. But games that have, if you have sprites, fine, then it's not an issue. But if you don't have sprites and you don't have names on the screen, if you try fan dubbing games like that, it's kind of stressful at points.
Yeah, what was the one that we play? Fate, that like doesn't have any indication of who's talking ever.
Yes, yeah, Fate's that way. And school days is that way. So
School Days is fine because there's voice acting, but like we don't have voice acting on, so it's harder for us.
Exactly. And Fate's the same way. If I had the voices on, we would hear the Japanese voice acting, but for our fan dubbing purposes, we don't want that on. So I never thought about that till I was thinking about games the fan dub, because I was like, oh, fan dubbing like this game or this game that's only in Japanese would be good. Then I was like, wait, but it doesn't have this, so it's like it's a thing you don't think about until you fan dub stuff. Oh my goodness. I drafted rather lengthy character sheets for the duo, as the more I wrote, the more they revealed themselves to be curious little jerks with a lot going on between them. The story formed almost on its own after that. I knew I couldn't go too in depth though, as the game jam imposed a hard time limit, so I shelled most of it, thinking, well, maybe I'll tell this story later on my own time, and left a sequel bait at the end of the story to give myself an opening to get back to it one day that I assumed would never come, and almost to give myself time to see if there really even was an interesting story to tell, or if this was one of those really cool ideas that emerge out of the blue, but rot away as soon as you sit down to write them. If you're a fellow storyteller, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Leaving an in to continue later is something I've done plenty before. I might very well get back to the other Game Jam novels one day, which is part of the reason I took them down. For now, though, there's no room for such endeavors, as the coffin of Andy and Laylee must be completed, please, and will remain my sole priority until then.
Good. I also have all the other games that were made, so even though they took them
Oh.
down, I have them for us to play.
Hmm. Is that rude to the original creator?
Nah. As fans of Andy Lele, it's up to us to play more. Also, I've been rude to the creator before with the whole voting incident, so
Yeah,
cry about it. We love your
I will cry
game.
about it.
Not you. I guess don't cry about it, creator. Just
You're
make the
cool.
game. Just don't make a whole sob story of, oh, I don't want to release this. Then the very next update, you're like, I was fully ready to release it, but you guys don't want it. It's like, no.
No, that's so me though.
It's like you gave us you framed it a certain way. The people didn't want to upset you, so they voted the way you wanted. So to just smack them in the face afterwards,
I think you need to cry about it. You gotta calm down, buddy.
I'll
It's
never
not that deep.
I'll never get stopped. I was like, oh, you stole my $300
Calm down. That could have bought you like maybe an eraser at like an arcade, okay? Like
I could have gotten an Andy Lele emote, but
you
no.
have more.
Back to my visual novels with gameplay perform better than pure visual novels hypothesis. I entered the game jam with my corny ass bottle episode Organ Harvesting Edgelord Romp, and lo and behold,
What was it called?
what?
Oregon Harvesting Edgelord Romp. Is that what
Yeah,
it was called?
no, it's just what happens.
Oh,
You
okay.
harvest. I mean, you don't harvest organs. You eat.
I mean, you gotta
You eat
harvest them to
somebody.
eat them.
Yeah, Edgelord. Yeah, this was originally on like itch.io, I think,
That's cool.
before it was on Steam. I don't have that version. I don't know if it was really different.
I mean, it might have been.
If it was, then I must acquire it. I
Then we
must
can
have it.
play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Andy Lele episode 0.
But I think it's just the first chapter again, but
Mm.
if there's any
See if there's any
differences.
differences. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, yes.
Anyway, it did gain more attraction than my other gameplay less visual novels. In fact, it gained enough momentum to leave a visual novel scene. The new influx of people turned my data useless, and the hypothesis goes out the window. So, in the end, was it the gameplay that attracted people? Or was it purely the, oh, so scandalous, unhealthy relationship the duo has? You tell me.
I think both.
Yeah, it's
People
definitely a mix of both.
people like how edgy it is, and I like the little gameplay because I like to
Hmm.
run around and click on everything to get every little bit of dialogue. So, yeah, both. It's so messy in here. All my stuff's falling over.
Uh-oh. I have a cat with me.
The little baby. I hope he doesn't attack you.
No, he's being a kitty.
Good little guy. somehow the game got caught in a shift-laning contest. Oh, shit-flaning contest between the self-appointed morality police and the people sick and tired of being told what kind of fiction they're allowed to read. Yeah, I encountered that this week. And I was like, cry about it. I don't care. Go away.
Yeah, I don't like either of them because people who are like, obviously, it's like it really tells a story. It's really like, and then also people are like, this is the worst thing ever. Blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, please,
It's
please.
like,
It's just
it's just a
game.
Exactly.
It's not that serious.
It's just a game. Chill out. It's like, jeez. Yeah, people are freaks.
People gotta calm down. Just like things a healthy amount, please. And don't hate on things just because you don't like it. Just move on. Look at something else.
Yeah. Just move on. Suddenly. Did
Wait,
I forget. Oh, yeah, I read that one. That's
yeah,
you.
don't steal my line. Suddenly, life gave me two choices, much like a visual novel would.
Do I take the game down to appease the people telling me to kill myself?
Oh, God.
Or do I create the story I already wanted to create and get paid for it?
Oh, boy, what a dilemma. I contemplated it for all of 2 nanoseconds.
I dug out all this stuff I had shelved and soon had the draft of the full story all ready to go. I went over it a few times, steamed it to be a lot of fun, and began production on the full game. Episode 2 released on Steam on October 2023, and The Coffin of Andy and Lele wreaked havoc across social media, and I thought there was a shitstorm before.
And here we are now.
I want to thank you, my dear audience, for all your support. And I also want to thank the people who tirelessly pissed and moaned about some crappy indie game for months and months and months, helping it gain popularity beyond my comprehension.
Literally.
I would have never, ever gone this far if it wasn't for you. For me.
For me?
Whoa. For us. The kinder thanks goes to the audience, though, obviously. Thank you for weathering the storm with me. I hope you'll like the terrible little story you've helped to subsist.
I do. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The development continues, unchanged. I can't wait to show you the next episode. It's just awful. I really like it. Hope you will too.
Have a wonderful end of the year.
The author of The Coffin of Andy and Lele, your least favorite person.
Wowie. So we got the whole backstory of how it was made. That's
Hell yeah, I didn't
cool.
know it was a game jam. That's fun.
Yeah. I wonder what the original... Because, I mean, if this is how the UI looked ahead of time, I'm assuming the itch.io version is pretty much just what I bought on Steam.
Probably.
'Cause-
Probably just like slightly more polished now, but
Yeah.
I assume it's the same, pretty
Mhm.
much.
Because it was like, yeah, we got... Because, yeah, it was a demo. Because I played the demo in July 2023. And then I think you were able to buy it when episode 2 came out. So
That sounds right.
So I bought it right away. But then I didn't play it until we fan dubbed it. So it was just sitting in my library.
Yeah, blame him. He was really insistent on it. So I was like, I don't know, should we? Is that a good idea? It's so controversial. And then finally I was like, okay, fine, let's do it.
You're like, let's do it. And then if you go back to listen to the first episode, audience, at the beginning, Laurel's like there's one ending we are not going to do. And then
6 hours later.
Yeah, because the first night we did episode 1 and episode 2. So it was a 6-hour recording session. And yeah, after we finished episode 1, we took a break to eat. Then we came back for episode 2. And you were like, maybe we should do that one. And I didn't know what it was yet, but I was like, I'm down. And then here we are. I don't even remember when that was, like 6 months ago or something, maybe.
It was a while ago.
Whenever Violet was gone on vacation.
Yeah, she went to Japan.
She went to Japan, leaving us to Andy and Lele.
To our own devices, and we only recorded Andy and Lele.
We did Andy and Lele for... Yeah, first
for about a month.
Yeah, first we tried the... I forget what that...
Seduce Me.
Yeah, we did Seduce Me. Because first we did Andy and Lele the first week, I think. Or the first day. And then the next day we did Seduce Me. And then we were like, we miss Andy and Lele. So then we did a little thing that after the 4.5-hour Seduce Me recording session. And then the next week, I think, was just Andy Lele. The following week, we might have started getting burnt out. So we did Your Turn to Die and Andy Lele, I think.
Yes.
So there's our origins, in case you weren't there live, but it's our most watched videos. So even with our Thanksgiving and Christmas episodes, the Andy and Lele Christmas episode has like 300 views, and all of our other Christmas episodes so far have, if it's generous, like 50 to 10. So
That's okay because we make videos because we like making videos.
yeah, no, I'm just saying people
But
love
Andy and Lele is
that's-
really.
that seems to be what everyone enjoys the most. So, and we enjoy making it.
Yeah,
So,
it's fun. And maybe Julia will be back one day.
yeah, maybe if you got this far, audience,
Wink.
maybe there's going to be another Andy and Lele Christmas episode, and then maybe after that there's going to be another one with Julia. Ooh.
Ooh.
Only one way to find out. Ooh.
Keep watching.
That's right. So for now, hope you enjoyed this little update in the middle, and look forward to the other half of the Christmas videos.
Welcome to Dubsmas Part 2.
Dubsmas Part 2, 2024.
The sequel. The K route.
The K route.
Where we lose our minds.
Oh, decay root. Dubsmas, decay. I don't think we have anything too controversial, but you'll see, audience. Ooh. Until tomorrow. Bye.
So long, farewell.
So
Wait, that's the wrong
long.
show. Cry about it.
So long, farewell. Cry about it.